fucking air. Breaking. I gotta be honest. Bro actually got a point. You really believe that in 1969, when televisions were still in black and white, and folks were still using rotary fucking phones, and most new cars sold in the United States didn't even have power windows or fucking air conditioning, that we just strapped two cowboys into what was essentially a fucking Coke can with a Chevy small block attached to it, and just launched them motherfuckers out into orbit on nothing more than a hope and a fucking dream, and somehow managed to land that glorified bottle rocket safely on an uncharted lunar surface, where they then got out and played hopscotch for a few hours, and then they got right back inside that motherfucker, and then somehow managed to launch themselves back off the goddamn moon with no infrastructure. And then a few short weeks later, they landed safely back on Earth. You really fucking believe that that happened? Goddamn, you're a gullible son of a bitch. I bet you still believe in fucking Santa Claus, you goofy bad. I gotta be honest. Bro actually got a point.
I had to bust out laughing on that shit, nigga. I had to, man. Hey, call halal Yahweh, call halal Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Yahweh Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for preaching 100% truth through rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom. This is Matazal Lacham. I was scrolling some of the stuff through TikTok, and this was funny. People still these people actually believe that we went to the fucking moon. They actually believe that bullshit. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna get me a biblical scripture on it for it. Right quick, right? We ain't went to no goddamn moon. Come on, man. These motherfuckers have been trying. Okay, look, in 1954, these motherfuckers actually tried to blow up the moon. So in 1954, you tried to blow the moon up, right? In 1954, you tried to blow the fucking moon up. And then in 1969, 15 years later, you tried to go to the moon. What, to plant explosives to blow the motherfucker up? What the hell? People stupid, man. Hold on, let's get it. Jeremiah chapter 31, verses, we'll start at 35, right? Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divideth the sea when the waves thereof roar. The Lord of hosts is his name. Okay, wait a minute. Thus saith the Lord, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divideth the sea when the waves thereof roar. The Lord of hosts is his name. Right? Hold on. Verse 36, if those ordinances depart from before me, saith the Lord, then the seed of Israel shall cease from being a nation before me. In other words, the Lord says, if the sun stops lighting it by day, and the ordinances of the moon and the stars for a light by night stop shining at night, okay, these ordinances stop, then the children of Israel are no longer a nation. I don't see that happening in the near future. I don't see it happening ever. Okay? The sun is still up. I'm looking at the sun right now. It's got a kind of cloudy day, but it's still a light by day. And then this evening, after this bullshit thunderstorm rolls through here, okay, and the clouds break up, you're going to see the moon and the stars. So the ordinances are still there, decreed by the Most High God, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, the creator of the heavens, the earth, the sea, all that is therein, and the foundation of water. Okay? So those ordinances and foundations are still there. Thereby the Most High God, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, is one Lord. Like it says, Shemai, Yasharallah, Yahweh, Alahayanawa, Yahweh, Ahud. Shemai, Yasharallah, Yahweh, Alahayanawa, Yahweh, Ahud. Shemai, Yasharallah, Yahweh, Alahayanawa, Yahweh Ahud. What that means is, hear, O Israel, the Lord thy God is one. It is that simple. Okay? So he's not two, that the evangelical Christian church believe that Jesus is God. Right? No. The great God, his Father, that created him as he's the first created being, okay, the first creation of anything, okay, the Most High God, okay, created his Son. They're two separate beings. You have a father and a son. You have a grown man that pops a woman. He makes her pregnant, aka she conceives seed, because the seed is semen virile, is shot in the woman, right? Blah blah blah. And I digress, but okay, the baby comes out, right? That baby's a little man, okay? Then you have the father, you have the son, okay? It's that simple. The Most High God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, does not change, okay? Malachi 3:6, he doesn't change. Esau Edom changes like the moon, okay? Now, back to what I was saying, is that the Most High said that if these ordinances depart from before me, saith the Lord, the seed of Israel, right, also shall cease from being a nation before me, saith the Lord. Let's go find the seed of Israel, right? Where is it at? 35 and 9, right? Genesis chapter 35, verse 9. And God appeared unto Jacob again when he came out of Padanaram and blessed him. And God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, said unto him, thy name is Jacob. Thy name shall not be called any more Jacob, but Israel shall be thy name. And he called his name Israel. Who is he? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the God of Israel, right? The mighty one of Israel, of Jacob, right? And the Most High said unto him, I am power almighty. Be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations shall be of thee, and kings shall come out of thy loins. Right? King David, King Solomon, 1st and 2nd Kings, 1st and 2nd Chronicles. Right? Right? All the chronicles of all the kings of Israel and of Judah. Remember? Right? Okay? And the land which I gave Abraham and Isaac, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed after thee will I give the land. And the Most High went up from him in the place where he talked with him. Okay. Now, let me go back over here. Jeremiah, as before, where's that? Boom, 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 boom. What was that? Damn. I can't, what? I was going to say. Jeremiah 31 and 36. If those ordinances depart from before me, saith the Lord, then the seed of Israel shall cease from being a nation from before me forever. Thus saith the Lord, if heaven above can be measured, this is my point, if the heaven above can be measured, they've got Sputnik satellites and Neuralink satellites and Starlink satellites and all of these satellites in outer space trying to measure the heavens above, right? If the heaven above can be measured, and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, right? They're still trying to get to the bottom of the ocean, but they can't get past that immense pressure of being crushed in the Mariana Trench, right? I will also cast off all the seed of Israel for all that they have done, saith the Lord. The Most High said he would cast them off, right? Check this out. Let's go down here to Ecclesiasticus chapter 44, verse 19. Abraham was a great father of many people, in glory there was none like unto him, who kept the law of the Most High and was in covenant with him. He established the covenant in his flesh, and when he was proved, he was found faithful. Right? The substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. Right? Therefore he assured him by an oath, right, that he would bless the nations in his seed, and that he would multiply him as the dust of the earth, and exalt his seed as the stars, and cause them to inherit from sea to sea and from the river unto the uttermost part of the land. Right? Therefore he assured him by an oath. Right? Right? If a man vow a vow unto the Lord, or swear an oath to bind his soul with a bond, he shall not break his word. He shall do according to all that proceedeth out of his mouth. So all that proceedeth out of the Father's mouth, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, he has to stand by it. All the vows that he had spoken must stand. Okay? See? Just that simple. So the Most High is going to keep the vow that Esau made to his brother Jacob when he sold his birthright for one morsel of meat. Like it says in, was it Hebrews? Hebrews, where you at? Hebrews chapter 12, verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. Who was he rejected by? God, the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, because he didn't think about the latter end of his actions. All he thought about at the time was something to eat. He didn't give a shit about the birthright. And the birthright would have made him God for all eternity, to do and spread wickedness throughout the whole universe. Right? But as it was written in the book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 22, let's go get it. Prove all things, be instant in season and out of season. Right? And the children struggled together within her, and she said, who is Rebekah, the wife of Isaac, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, this is my point, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. Okay? Now, going back to Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 16, right? Who for one morsel of meat, this profane person, Esau, sold his birthright. This individual sold the epitome of immortality and the kingdom of heaven for the modern day equivalent to a pot roast. If you put deer meat, venison in a pot with vegetables, rub some seasoning into it, and you come back in a couple of hours, maybe 3, what do you got? A deer meat pot roast. And this motherfucker sold immortality, the ability to live forever. You don't even need food. You can't die. You won't even feel pain, because in the kingdom of heaven, the former things are passed away. And he sold immortality and the kingdom of heaven to rule over your brethren and over all your kinsmen and in all nations with a rod of iron. He sold it for a goddamn pot roast. The Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai hates this devil, because he did not think about what he had done until it was too late. Okay? Because the birthright and the blessing go together. And it was already stated in the heavens before either one, Jacob or Esau, was ever born, who was going to get the birthright. Right? For you know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected, for he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears. Okay? So he's still trying to seek a way with tears to win back his birthright. Okay? Thus saith the Lord, if heaven above can be measured, and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, I will also cast off all the seed of Israel for all that they have done, saith the Lord. Okay? They're still trying to measure out the heavens above. Why in the fuck do you think they're trying to go to the moon, man? Okay, come on, man. We never went to the fucking moon. It was a lie. It's pseudoscience. Pseudos. Okay, it's a lie, man. Okay, that's all pseudoscience is a fucking lie. Dinosaurs. It's based on a lie, man. Darwinianism is based on a lie. The only truth that was ever put on the face of the earth is the Holy Bible, man. And everybody's in denial, scoffing, mocking about it from different directions all the goddamn time. Now, it says that the ordinances depart from before me, the seed of Israel shall also cease from being a nation from before us, right? Ecclesiasticus chapter 44, verse 20. Abraham was a father, or 19. Abraham was a great father of many people, and in glory there was none like unto him, who kept the law of the Most High and was covenant with him. He established the covenant in his flesh, and when he was proved, he was found faithful. Therefore he assured him by an oath that he would bless the nations in his seed, and that he would multiply him as the dust of the earth, and exalt his seed as the stars, and would cause them to inherit from sea to sea, and from the river unto the uttermost part of the land. With Isaac did he establish likewise for Abraham his father's sake the blessing of all men, and the covenant, and made it rest upon the head of Jacob, not Esau. Okay, Isaac made the covenant to rest upon the head of Jacob, not Esau. And Esau has been trying to win back his birthright ever since. It's not going to work. Okay? Ever. He acknowledged him in his blessing, not Esau, and gave him an heritage and divided his portions. Right? Now those portions were divided among the 12 tribes. The 12 sons of Jacob, right? Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim, Manasseh, Zebulun, Naphtali, Asher, Issachar, what, Joseph? No, not Joseph. No, Joseph came afterwards. And yeah, that's, that's Benjamin. Yeah, I guess you could say that. But like I said before, you know, those are just some of the 12 tribes. I probably missed one somewhere. I said Naphtali, Zebulun, Gad. Right? Tribe of Gad. And Reuben, Salakia. I missed two, didn't I? Gad and Reuben. How can you forget that? We're living in the land of Gad and of Reuben, and the half tribe of Manasseh, aka America, Canada, what the fuck is it? Central America, South America. Okay, all of this is their land. Okay, so I apologize for forgetting about that. But anyway, this is the assurance that was by an oath, and we just proved that if a man vow unto the Lord, it is his bond. His word is bond. So Esau sold his birthright for one morsel of meat. His word was bond. Okay, God honors that to this day. Okay, Isaac gave Esau another blessing. He would have the fatness of the earth, the dew of heaven from above, and to live by the sword. And these devils have been trying to do everything they could or can to win back their birthright, but it ain't going to work. Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 5. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceedeth from the ruler. Right? Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. That error which proceedeth from the ruler is trying to get back to the fucking moon. That error that proceedeth from the ruler is the Epstein files. That error that proceeded from the ruler is an unwarranted war that they started that was not sanctioned by anybody on the planet. Just picking on somebody, right? The American government and the CIA used to be partners with Iran. They had the largest CIA base, the CIA plant, out of Tehran. They used to operate the CIA, the Central Intelligence Agency, out of Tehran. Okay, how do you think Osama bin Laden got started? That's where he got his fucking first job, was working for the goddamn CIA. Saddam Hussein working for the goddamn CIA, man. That's who put these motherfuckers in as plants of power, working for the U.S. government. Okay, so this way they could use the CIA to use the government, the United States government, as proxies in those areas of the world, in order to get oil. That's the reason why oil was so cheap for so fucking long. And you had to purchase the oil through U.S. petrodollars. And everybody had to come bow down and kiss in America in the crack of their ass. That's the reason why everybody has a McDonald's, okay, legislative, judicial, and executive branches of government in every goddamn continent on the planet. These Edomite devils have ruined everything, right? As an error that proceeded from the ruler. Folly is set in great dignity, right? These Edomites are in control. And the rich sit in low place. those that are rich in faith. I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. Let's go get a picture of that, so this way you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, if I can find it, it should be in here. There it is. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, right here. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. I've seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. Okay, this is the equestrian statue. The equestrian statue of Theodore Roosevelt, right? In the American Museum of Natural History in New York City. Right outside. You got the tribe of Gad, and you have the tribe of Judah. You have the tribe of Jerusalem, Israel. This is Israel that the Bible speaks of. And this is Judah, the Negroes. Okay? Real shit. Let's get it. The southern tribe, the southern Israelites exiled from Israel in 70 AD, brought into captivity in the 1600s. Tribe of Judah, the Negroes, the real Jews. Tribe of Benjamin, the Jamaicans. The tribe of Levi are the Haitians. Okay? Who are the other tribes? The northern Israelites, exiled from Israel in 300 BC. Brought into captivity in the 1500s. Okay, tribe of Ephraim, Puerto Ricans. Tribe of Issachar, the Mexicans. Tribe of Gad, the North American Indians. Tribe of Simeon, the Dominican Republic, right? Tribe of Zebulon, the Salvadorians and Panamanians. Tribe of Reuben, the Seminole Indians. Tribe of Manasseh, the Cubans. Tribe of Asher, the Brazilian and Venezuelans. The tribe of Naphtali, Chile, Argentina, and Argentina. See? See? So my point being is that these devils are trying to find a way to go back into outer space, okay, and try to find some kind of way, okay, to win back their birthright. And it's not going to work. Okay. Right? All right, let me do this. Boom. Boom. Hold on. Let's do this. Let's go to where was that? Job chapter 4. Okay. Hold on. No, it was Proverbs chapter 4, verse 7. Right? Wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. Exalt her, and she, being wisdom, shall promote thee. She shall bring thee to honor when thou dost embrace her. Right? She shall give thine head an ornament of grace, and a crown of glory shall she deliver to thee. See? Now, verse 13, take fast hold of instruction, let her not go, keep her, for she is thy life. Right? And it also says in Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Right? You see what I'm saying? So, only thing we're trying to do is let people understand, make people to understand that the earth mourneth and languisheth under Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. These motherfuckers can afford to go to the moon. They can afford to make all of these satellites into space to measure space to see how far they are from whatever planet or whatever, right? Okay, they have the Satan's eye, or the oculus of Satan, that can look into the furthest reaches of outer space and see that the Most High God is creating galaxies, expanding and expanding forever into any direction, outer space, for the children of Israel to inhabit. Because like it says in Isaiah chapter 10, verse 22, the children of Israel shall number as the sands of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return. Okay? So the Most High had his only begotten son shed his blood for the remnant, like it says in John chapter 17, verses 5 and 6. Those individuals are that the Most High gave Yahushua out of the world that are going to be saved in salvation here in these last days. The evangelical Christian church calls it the rapture. Right? 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 15 through the end of chapter says, we shall be caught up together with them in the cloud. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 52 says that we're going to be changed from corruption to incorruption and from mortal to immortality. Okay? We are made of terrestrial flesh. We will be made extraterrestrial. Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 26, Salakia, says that we shall be changed into another meaning. Okay? Let's go get them all. Second Ezra, right? Chapter 6, verse 26. And the men that are received of the Holy Spirit with wisdom and understanding shall see it, what? The salvation of the Lord, who have not tasted death from their birth. They're not going to die because they're going to be what the evangelical Christian church calls raptured. But that word is not in the Bible. That is the fear of the Most High God taught by the precept of men. Let's go get it. Hold on. Precept of men. Boom. Isaiah 29 and 13. Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth, which they do every Sunday, right? And with their lips do honor me, right? They say that they call him God and they call him Yahweh and Yeshua and all these other false mistranslations, right, of this name, but have removed their heart far from me, because after church they're going straight to the liquor store or they're going straight to the cigarette shop. They feel guilty like a whore in church. And they're trying to cover up that guilt with more sin, which is iniquity. Sin added upon sin, unrepented of. They're not in a repentant state of mind when they go to church. They start out that way, but by the end of church, they're going home to eat a pork chop. They don't do and follow any of the laws or ordinances of the Most High God and statutes that he laid down. They won't even fucking try. Okay? So what we try to do is try to educate people. Let you know, hey, look, this is what you need to do in order to receive your salvation, but you can't make them listen. It's like talking to a brick wall most of the time. Right? Isaiah 29 and 13, wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men. See? 2 Ezra, chapter 16, verse 75. Verse 74. Hear ye, O my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Verse 75. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is your guide, and the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith the Lord Yahweh. Okay? I'm not splitting hairs. Well, I thought his name was Yeshua. I thought his name was Yahweh. No. The closest correct pronunciation that we have of the true name of the Most High, YHWH, is Yahweh. Okay? HWH is pronounced Hawa. Okay? Hawaha, actually. The Y is Yah. Okay? That's what the four initials mean. Yah, Hawa, Ha, Yahweh. That's the closest pronunciation, okay, that is correct, based on the ancient Hebrew language of the Lashawan Kodash. Okay? Oh, here we go again. Okay. Since you don't believe that either. Okay, let's go get it. Let me find all of the Hebrew language. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. It's in here. It is in here. Boom, boom, boom. Right? Okay, let's do this one. Okay, Yahweh. Yah equals he. Hawa means exist. He exists. Yahweh. Okay. Okay, what the hell? Okay. Now, YHWH, right? Strong's number 3068. Virtually all translations from Judaism and Christianity use the Lord for the Hebrew name of God. YHWH. The original pronunciation of the name can never be determined with complete accuracy, but in Hebraic thought, it is the meaning of a name that is more important than its pronunciation. The Hebrew YHWH is the verb hawa, meaning to exist, with the prefix Y meaning he. Therefore, the word Yahweh means he exists. Okay? Yahweh is the name of the Most High Power, not Yahuwah, not Yahweh, Ahaya, or anything else. Okay? Now, like I said before, these devils, okay, this is the name in the Paleo Hebrew language, right? The real